What's up, CLOPIXEL Gamers? We got a new handheld in the studio, and guess what? I'm really loving this thing. Let's get into the video. What's up, guys? Hopefully y'all having a great start to your weekend. A couple months back I reviewed the FC2000 and I've really still enjoyed this handheld. Lightweight, lots of features, very snappy software, and it's just an overall great performer. But I'm a game head, so you know that I'm always researching new handhelds, and while this is going to be a permanent addition to my game room and my game collection, we got a new kid on the block. Comes with over 6,000 games, great screen, and I have to tell you, there's a lot packed into this console. One thing that drove me to this particular handheld is its form factor. Although I never grew up with a Super Nintendo, I enjoyed some of the games through emulation, and I figured this would be the perfect way to play it. This thing has TV out capabilities. Also, you can play it portably. One thing that I was surprised is that the price point that this is offered at, it comes packed with features. Also, if you look at the bottom here, you'll notice that there's a slot for an SD card. That means you can add more ROMs in addition to what you already have. So you have a total of 7 systems from Nintendo all the way up to Mega Drive. And also you have MAME, which is your arcade, and many other systems that you can play right here on the handheld. One other addition that I love about this is that this is Game Boy Advance capable. So you'll be able to play your library of Game Boy Advance games through ROMs. In this video, we're going to cover the form factor, the features, we're going to do an unboxing, and I'll give you my overall thoughts at the end of the video. Let's go ahead and get to the unboxing. It's got the AV cable, power cable, user manual, nice box. I like the cool mint green color. Alright, let's get to the main event. Wow, very nice. Guys, and holding this is feels very solid, and I love the buttons, the tactileness of the buttons. Okay, I want to do a quick overview of the design. It reminds you of the Super Nintendo controller, hands down, although this is slightly bigger than the Super Nintendo controller. Here you have a nice analog stick. It is not a push button. Also here you have your D-pad. At the top you have your L and R. In the back you also have your button. It's held down by a screw. And under this cover you have a 18650 cell. Here you have your left and right speaker. Now what's really nice about this unit is they decided to put all of the peripherals on the bottom. So here you have the on-off switch, USB-C, you have your SD card slot, your audio video out jack, and your volume control. Overall, this is a really sharp unit. As you can see, it has your typical 4-button layout here as your Super Nintendo is, and you have your start and select button here on the left. Very sharp unit. Without further ado, let's get into some of the technical specs of this system. Alright, from boot it takes about 10 seconds for the operating system to load up. Let's go ahead and get some gameplay here and see what we got on the unit. You have MAME, which is your arcade system first. You have your user ROM settings, and also the music. I'm just going to turn it down for now. You have your FC, or what we would call in the US Nintendo, Super Famicom or Super Nintendo, Mega Drive, Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. Now, we're going to get into each one of the games and see kind of what we can get as far as gameplay is concerned. Alright, let's get to it. Go ahead and try Metal Slug. So, hitting A actually selects the game. Hitting start gets you to the game menu to get to the other games. So let's see how long this takes to load. That took about 6 seconds. Let's turn up the volume. Wow, and the speaker is really loud, guys. Now, one thing I noticed, the analog stick is really nice for this game. Makes it more fluid. You want to exit the game? You hit these two buttons here. And in the menu, and I'll zoom in so you can see it, you have here, you can resume the game. You can quit the game. You can load a save data, or you can save, okay? So we're just gonna quit, try something else. All right, let's see what they have on the Nintendo side. Now, as you go through the menu, there's a couple of options you can do. One of which is you can hold down and go cycle through the games that way, or you can actually hit right and cycle through sets of 10. All right, so let's try Mega Man 2, the infamous Mega Man 2. Now, Nintendo games don't take as long to load, which is pretty cool. It's almost immediate. Okay. Oh, wow. Ooh, well, that was it. Let's try Donkey Kong Country. Wow. We'll do one player. Ooh. The heavy hitters, they put in the top first. So as you can see, we have Sonic, Comic Zone, Shinobi, and Street Fighter 2. So let's try the Sonic first, see what Sonic they put on there. Like I said, the games don't take too long to load up. Okay, so it is Sonic 1. All right. It was one of those games that was coming out when Sega was on its way out. Well, Sega Genesis was on its way out, but it showed the actual power that the Genesis could do, which is amazing. It's like the audio's a little fast. I don't know if that's the emulator or the actual ROM itself. Guys, even though the aspect ratio is stretched, I mean, compared to the original Game Boy, this looks great, guys. I really would enjoy playing these games again on a screen this large with this form factor and this brightness. It's really nice. The sound is great. Let's try some other games. I remember when the movie Blade came out, that's what actually made Marvel, you know, gave Marvel a start. Wesley Snipes and Blade, you know, that was a very cool action cinematic movie by Marvel. Pretty cool. It's supposed to be shooting the guys here. That's a machine gun? Oh. Those Blade guys got me. This is the last system we're going to try, and then I want to test the TV out feature and talk about some of its specs and what it comes with. Let's check out the TV out feature. Okay. Now I wanted to show a size comparison. I did a review on the Family Pocket. So if you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out on my channel. But as you can see, they're a comparable size, with the Family Pocket to be a little bit smaller in form factor. But I really have enjoyed both of these consoles. These are pretty much, you know, equivalent in power. Only difference is the addition of the analog stick here. Alright, so we both have trigger buttons. This one's significantly lighter, but it depends on what you're looking for. Which system would you get? Okay, just so you can visually see how these handhelds stack up, I don't have the PSP charge, but as you can see, this has the largest screen as well as the largest form factor. The SF2000 has basically the mid-range of all of these, and the Family Pocket is the smallest of the bunch, but you don't sacrifice screen size. So these two screens are about the same, basically the same size. Although this one may appear a little bit smaller only because of the black aesthetic, they're both comparably about the same size. Also, if you were to look at this is the GB Boy Color. In other words, this is the Game Boy Color with the advanced colored screen. And as you can see here, this screen is significantly smaller than both of these, but they still all look great. If you wanted to know how the SF compares to a regular Super Nintendo controller, this is a Super Nintendo controller compared to the Retro Bit. Okay, so this Super Nintendo controller is by Retro Bit, and what's cool about this is it follows the same form factor, but it's significantly larger. So as you can see, you could actually cover this and not know that the controller was there. So it is bigger than a Super Nintendo controller. With the family pocket, the FC3000, I know that there's custom ROMs to where you can expand the amount of cores or systems that this can play. So this can even play DOS games, PC Engine, and many other systems. On the other hand, I do not know whether there's a custom core for the SF2000. So we'll have to see after a while whether there'll be a custom core offered available to this. But I know for a fact that the FC3000 has a custom core. Make a recommendation, I would say that having both consoles is the best of both worlds. Some features are over here in the FC3000 that the SF2000 doesn't have. Although that you could say the same for both. The best worlds is great. I would say if you were into custom ability and custom ROMs, I would go this route. Whereas if you're really looking for mostly your Nintendo library with the capability of playing Sega Genesis games, I will go this route here. I'll be honest, if you're a Super Nintendo or Nintendo enthusiast, even me as a Sega head, I definitely fell in love with this console, and I'm able to play my Mega Drive games as well on this. So if you're looking for quality form factor, price point, and also just great and fun gameplay, this is the one you want to pick up. I would say this system right here is a great addition to my gaming collection. If you're looking to pick up this system, there'll be links in the description below. Also, if you enjoyed this video and would like to support the channel, there are support links in the description below as well. Guys, I really appreciate you being a part of CLOPIXEL Gamers, and we got tons more videos out for review. Also, with different merch, if you like the shirt that I'm wearing today, this is the Sega Genesis CLOPIXEL Gamer t-shirt. You can pick it up on the link in the description below. Guys, let me know what you think about the SF2000. Also, if you would like me to review a different handheld, just put it in the comment section below. Guys, always a pleasure to have you here. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.